My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper. It is a little bit early in the morning. Your eyes are a little puffy. I don't know what's puffier.
A little too early for me. I've had about 3 hours sleep.
Okay, well, no big deal. What'd you do last night? Were you on a runner, or were you focused, or were you playing dominoes or chess? Or
Actually, I went down to the local Dotties.
The local Dotties, yeah. The local Dotties, you can blow 100,000 in their fucking $5 quadruple play.
You can. I learned how to blow $5,000 in about an hour and a half, 90 minutes.
Oh, that's
Five
pretty good.
G's down the drain.
Come to my spot over there at Red Rock in that little high limit over there. You'll lose $5,000 in 2 minutes.
I was just bored out of my mind. All the games were over. I was sitting home. You can only watch so much TV with the fucking wife, right?
Well, not only that, but like even sports right now, I can only watch so much baseball, even though I'm making money. You know, my whole thing is making money without even watching it right now. Yeah. It gets kind of boring for me.
I watch baseball all day and all night. You know me.
I know you do.
I'm passionate about it.
Well, you got to be.
I was bored out of my mind last night after dinner, watching a little too much TV. And I said, I'm going to go out. I really needed a cigarette and a drink. Stopped in the local Dotties. And for those of you that don't know what Dotties is, Dottie's a local hoe in town.
Oh, yeah. Dottie will take your money. She's a dirty hoe, man.
It's just a little brick building, basically, that has a bar and about 15 machines. And it's a smoke shack, Steve. Oh my God.
Guaranteed second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth hand smoke. You're dying if you go in there for 90 days straight.
If you go in there for 90 seconds, you're dying.
People are in there with ventilators and smoking cigarettes at the same fucking time. Unbelievable.
I've never seen more senior citizens on oxygen
and smoking
at the same time.
Give me a fuck. And then wheeling their wheelchair home right up the street.
They're walking around on walkers and mobilized fucking scooters, wheelchairs. They got an oxygen tank on the back of the scooter and a pack of fucking cigarettes right in front of them.
But I tell you what, Dottie's, for the big boys, they cater everything from seniors to big boys because their machines in there will let you roll.
I'll tell you what about Dottie's, okay? One thing is, it's a little secret, you might say, in Vegas. Obviously, you know it. You've been here forever.
Any local knows about the machines at Dottie's.
First of all, they have the cheapest cigarettes in the city, which I always get my cigarettes comped anyway.
I was just going to say, I don't give
pay
a
for
fuck
cigarettes.
about the cigarettes.
Right. I'm just letting people know.
Well, it's just no different than the hot dog at the sports book. Put that hot dog up your fucking ass. Keep your cigarettes.
If you're a smoker, cheapest cigarettes in the city at Dottie's, unless you're willing to ride up to the Indian reservation. However, Dottie's not afraid to take some money. That bitch will let you fire.
Yeah, she will.
Like you can go up to 100 credits on one hand of poker.
No shit.
Yeah, I got his attention. You just straightened up, man. You only just went, what?
Yeah, no, I love it.
Credits.
Well, that gives you excitement. You know, when you can hit aces with a kicker for 200,000. You hit over there for what, 80 G's on a fucking...
I had 60,000 there one night.
What was it, though?
I hit one jackpot for 33,000.
What was the 60? Aces with a kicker or something?
I think that was an actual royal.
Was it?
I can't remember. I played a triple-double, where the aces, 4 aces with a kicker, 4 aces with a 2, 3, or 4, pays the same as a royal.
Right.
You know the game.
But you told me the story. It was a very, very good story because weren't you constantly bringing the guy checks? Like something was with you and the owner where either you owed him 20,000 or you were paying him, and then when you fucking got you.
Oh, you're talking. That wasn't Dottie's. That was that. That was a copper keg.
All right, let me hear that one real quick.
The copper keg. That's not a quick story, man.
Some other time.
Yeah, some other time.
All right.
Let's just say I wiped the fucking safe out. They had no more money in the fucking safe.
Skip had the owner of the fucking bar in his car. Motherfucker, you better get my money.
The Copper Keg is a chain of local bars here in Vegas. I think they own maybe 5 or 6 of them.
But you broke the bar for sure.
Absolutely wiped that fucking bar out that night. Yeah, that was fun. They had no more money in the safe to pay me. They had to call the owner out of his house at like 12:30 at night. Because I hit a $40,000 royal, $10 video poker, 4,000 credits is 40 grand on a royal, right?
Oh yeah.
And he had to come out of his house.
I hit that shit off at Cutter's.
I know you do. That's nothing to you. To me, it was a big night.
It's a real big night.
I took about 26,000 or something out of the safe, which is everything they had in cash on the premises, And then I hit the Royal for $40,000, and I thought the fucking bartender was going to lose her mind. So she had to call the owner. To his credit, he came out with the company checkbook, wrote me a check for $40,000, said, I apologize for the check, when, here it is. And I was sitting there talking with him for a little bit, taking a break, and I still had $600 in credits left on the machine. So after about 20, 30 minutes of talking to him after he paid me, and we're just shooting the shit, having a celebratory cocktail.
Now you're sitting here with the owner having a drink.
Yeah. I said, oh, fuck, I still got 600 credits on the machine. All right. Well, I said, I'll go run them off. Fuck it, I'll give you that money. You just paid me like $60,000, right? So I go over, swear to God, true story. I go over, I hit the button. I must have played maybe 5 hands at the most, and I locked up 4 aces with a kicker, which pays the same as a Royal, was another $40,000. I looked over to him and I yelled, I don't even remember his name. I was like, hey, Frank, bring the checkbook. He just looked at me, and he's like, oh, hell no. No, you didn't. I said, oh, yes, I did. Within 5 hands, I hit 80 fucking grand. He wrote me another check, Steve, for $40,000 that night.
Broke him for 100 stack?
Yeah, I called my father-in-law and a couple of my friends. I called Cheetahs. I ordered fucking 5 limos.
Oh, I bet.
I took everyone in the bar that wanted to go to Cheetos that night. Cheetos. To Cheetahs that night. It was unfucking believable.
Oh,
fuck. I took over 100,000 out of that bar in one night. That was one of my best gambling nights ever.
All this, so I guess this all came from me asking what you did last night. Did that happen? What happened last night? Did you win or lose?
No,
you got your cigarette.
Last night I lost about 4,600. That's to Ansati.
Yeah, so you can't win all the time, right?
No, you can't.
Anyway.
But tonight there'll be no gambling. I'm going to American Ninja Warrior tonight with my mom.
American Ninja Warrior.
Yup.
What, you're taking your mom?
She's taking me.
Oh, okay.
My mom loves that show, American Ninja Warrior.
Oh,
You've seen it, right?
Where's it set up at? By Mandalay Bay?
Across the street from Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
They have the finals here every year in Vegas.
I know.
And they're going on right now.
Listen, they're strong pound for pound, some strong
Oh,
motherfuckers
those
to be able to do that
fuckers
shit.
are crazy, dude.
But it's always like the big fireman and everyone you think's going to do it, he loses right away. It's always some fucking crazy dude at the end.
Some of the chicks are real beasts, too. Some of the women, wow.
Yeah.
My mom loves American Ninja Idol. Or whatever the hell it's called. American Ninja Warrior.
I can't fucking stand it. It's boring as hell, but you know what?
She loves it.
And that's all that matters.
And she said, hey, when it comes this year, I want to go.
So you guys are going tonight
So I
taking
got
a
her
VIP?
Me and my mom and right side are going to fucking Warrior tonight, American Ninja Warrior.
Well, good. So you'll only probably just drink beers then, huh?
I'm going to hold up a big sign that says VIP Sports.
Oh, I'd hope so.
Because they're filming the whole thing.
Well, I'd hope so. You'll sit front row at a baseball game and you get printed on a baseball card and won't have a VIP shirt on, but you'll go wear it at the fucking
I'm going to wear my VIP Ninja Turtle, and it should be interesting. It's pretty cool shit.
Good.
I'm going to get you on there.
Well, do whatever you got to do.
You do all right on there. You can swing around like a beast.
Nah, I'd do my best. I'd run out of energy. That one lung probably wouldn't maintain. You know what I mean? And that one lung's been coated with a little bit of Crown, a little bit of Camel Crush, and a lot of triple reverse OG Master Closer Cushion.
I'm concerned about just walking from the car to my seat.
Well, we won't go into another true story about how we had front row at the fucking college playoff game. Who was it? Tennessee against fucking...
That was a championship game.
Well, championship game. It was Tennessee and who?
It was Auburn. It was Clemson and Alabama.
Clemson and Alabama. We have front row. Skip went front row.
In Phoenix.
Said he had to take a piss. I never saw him again. He said, I said, what happened? I wasn't walking back down the stairs. You were way too fucking far in the front row. Same thing with the fucking UNLV running Rebels.
Yeah.
We sit behind the bench. He goes to get a beer. I'm not going back down. No, fuck you. Those seats are way too far. But
same thing happened this year when I was at the Final Four in San Antonio with right side.
Phoenix.
The fucking seats. I had to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to get whatever the fucking mountain it is to get to my seat.
Phoenix was definitely the furthest. It was like a half a mile to get to our seat.
Yeah, but it was down, and then you had to come back up once.
Anyway.
To get to my seat at the Final Four, I literally had to climb a fucking mountain. I mean, it was like this.
Yeah,
it was like old Yankee Stadium. I don't know if you've ever been there, but
you catch vertigo in one of them games, you're falling down and hurting yourself fucking big.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Coming live and direct from our offices out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I'm third generation born and raised. Our new state-of-the-art studio, sponsored by our boards over there at betonline.ag.
Hell yeah.
If you're just tuning into the VIP Sports Podcast, you haven't heard us before, VIP Sports Podcast is pretty much a spinoff of my show, Money Talks. I made history by being the only sports consultant in history of sports betting to be on primetime television, let alone on the Business Financial Network. Documented 72.3%. This show is all about the legalization of sports betting, which, by the way, we got New Jersey back at it already taking bets. As you know, we got Delaware.
Yep.
Well, guess what? I told you before, and I'll tell you again, within 60 days,
30,
you'll have,
yeah.
probably 30 days, you'll have Pennsylvania, the big Skipper's fucking state over there,
Right.
and you'll have Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi.
So, once again, get a look. Every state that becomes legal, VIP just grows and grows. This podcast is all about the legalization of sports, but more importantly, how to make you money betting sports. There's more money to be made in sports betting than any investment in the world. I'm no different than a stockbroker. I'm selling information. I'm selling tips. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not the bookie. I'm a bookie killer.
Amen.
So our job here is to break it down for you guys, to tell you exactly what we do. Teach you sports betting 101 for all you new amateur sports bettors out there. I don't want you to have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't want you to get text messaged or emailed from some guy that doesn't know a fucking thing about sports. So it's our job. The reason why we did the podcast is to educate America and to educate amateur sports bettors and the whales out there to the ins and outs of sports betting. Who to bet, who not to bet, who's hot, who's not, major league matchups over the weekend. We only give you guys about 5-6 games and tell you to stay away from or put your money on. And these games literally hit 70, 80% over 170 some odd fucking podcasts.
It's a fact. Go back and check our record. It's all documented.
And we do this from the kindness of our hearts. Now, are we going to go splurt out the information that I'm betting $100,000 on that I sell for $2,500?
No, we're not.
This is a sports show, though. I'm going to give you my opinion. Skip's going to give you his opinion and our educated thesis on exactly what's going to happen in that game. And like we said, even when we break games down in black and white, we're still fucking making you guys a ton of fucking money. But for the bigger whales out there, I don't want you to think that these golden nuggets is a 20-carat VS1 diamond. If you want that VS1 diamond, you're going to have to pay for it, and you call me, and I'll make you more money than you've ever made in your life. Don't try to read between the lines. But for the college kid, the guy at home that don't know what's up, trying to bet on his own, scared to call me and spend some money and trying to do it on his own, well, at least we give you valuable information. Huh, Skip?
We do. We have a team of experts, not just here in Las Vegas, people, but all around the country that's designed to make sure we're getting the best sports information that Steve's money can buy. And he's got plenty of money behind him. He's got more contacts in this industry and more money in this industry than anybody I know, and I've been in the business for 25 years. So we deal with scouts, we deal with GMs, we deal with sports writers and beat writers around the country that report information into us. We have retired players from different leagues that are actually part of our staff. It's a big-time operation. It's a multi-million-dollar business, and we're the best in the world at what we do with over 25 years experience and plenty of knowledge and expertise behind us.
Let's make it real fucking clear. VIP Sports deals with the biggest sports bettors in the business. Our company writes more business than any company out there, and I'm one of the three companies that are licensed and bonded in the state of Nevada with a telemarketing license, a sports consultant license, which has allowed us to call everybody out there. There's a real big difference between a multi-million-dollar organization and guys getting inside information. Not to mention, 70% of the NBA are my friends. Skip hangs out with 50% of Major League Baseball. 75% of NFL players are my good friends.
My best friend's a retired NFL linebacker.
And when I just hang out with people, like, I guess what separates me from everybody else, I'm not your average guy. When I hang out with athletes, I hang out with the richest athlete in the world. When I go to a concert, I hang out with the richest DJ in the world. I mean, I hang with the elite. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. I've worked my way up to where I deal with the guys that run this fucking world. And when you get in that inner circle,
You haven't told me that story.
you just make a whole lot of fucking money, buddy.
You haven't told me about that Aoki fucking situation.
Well, I don't know if it's a story we tell on air, Big Skipper. You know what I mean? But yeah, I rolled with him for a day and a half straight, me and Dewan.
Yeah, after the podcast, let me know about that.
Well, I came home with, let's just peel it like this. My socks, I had to peel them off the bottom of my feet. 2 days later, lost about 80 grand and about 2,000 brain cells.
Oh, Lord, no.
Yeah, but fantastic night, and I realized I'm a little too old for the DJing scene.
Yeah, you're not in the club scene anymore, bro.
The songs and everything, dude. I mean, I was into.
You still got it going on in your head?
I threw it all up and realized that.
I stopped that shit a long time ago.
Yeah,
bro.
well, you can't. I'm too old.
It's cool hanging out with Aoki, though. Cool dude, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude's got sharp as a fucking razor, got his shit together,
Nice.
and hundreds of fucking millions of dollars ready to spend it.
Nice.
Yeah, legs are the size of a toothpick.
Nice.
Guy's skinny as hell.
Yeah.
You can hit him.
He looks like an American Ninja Warrior.
Well, he's a little bit different. You can kick him in the shin, break his leg. You punch him in the chest, you might give him a heart attack.
Don't kid yourself, man. Those small Asians are tough.
Well, look at Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That motherfucker will come in here and beat your motherfucking ass, Skip. Kick you like a helicopter style 55 times before you even know what happened.
My big ass ain't fucking with no small Asian dude.
Anyway, we've got a lot of overwhelming response lately, as you know, with advertising. Whatever happened to your guy that wanted to spend $200,000 for 30 seconds?
I'm still working on that.
Okay, well, anyway, advertising opportunity. If you're watching or listening to the podcast, you own a small business, work at a company interested getting involved with the booming trillion-dollar sports betting industry, send an email to advertising@VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back with you with all the details, how you can become a sponsor of our show and be involved in this booming business. Because remember, isn't anybody in this business? I've designed our whole company around this to happen. We've been doing this for 3.5 years to support the legalization of sports betting. And if you go back to our first podcast, you'll be amazed of everything that we've said that's came fucking true, Skip.
Absolutely. June 21st, Steve, 2018.
Yes, it is.
Officially the first day of summer, my friend.
Whew.
It's supposed to be 115 today.
Yeah, it's El Scorcho outside. I mean, the
God.
only thing hotter than the pavement and the weather are my games right now.
The next 4 days, it's supposed to be a minimum 110.
Get out there and suntan. Get your little towel on the ground and get out there and get you a tan, bro.
Yeah, put my Speedo on
Yeah.
it. Get out there and get some rays.
Fuck yeah. Every time the East Coast people come to Vegas, that's all they do is go to the pool and tan. They don't give a fuck if it's 150 or not.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
absolutely.
Forget
yeah.
about it.
I'd rather get my vitamin D through a glass of milk, my friend.
You okay over there? You're not even smoking no kush.
I'm fucking dying.
Oh, my God.
Turn my microphone up, Poppy. Can't fucking hear me at all.
Anyway, today's show, we're going to preview the stat of the week. We got some off-the-field news. Major League segment. We're definitely going to go over some Major League, Skip. We're going to give some shout-outs to some of our fans.
Let's do it.
Well overdue. They fucking deserve it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you want to make sure you're dealing with us, remember, we don't email. We don't send out texts. There's a lot of guys out there frauding, pretending to be us, this, that, and the other. You want to get a hold of us, one call, that's all. Pick up the phone, 877-220-6540. Somebody.
Shout out to my man Kevin out there in the 917.
Yeah, somebody that calls you up and says, Skip wanted me to call you, or Steve wanted me to call you,
Bullshit.
or we're an affiliate of VIP Sports, that's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I make my own phone calls.
Correct. Our phone number is 877-220-6540. If you're looking for a free pick, go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all size shapes of sports bettor. Whether you're crawling or balling, small or tall, we got you, my friend. I'll help you make more money than you've ever fucking imagined. Does your bank account have the flu? Is your bank account smaller than mouse pussy? Call 877-220-6540. I'll get you back on track. I'll give you a shot in the ass and get you right back on track. Get that bank account back to fucking full.
You ain't lying.
That's for goddamn sure.
If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button to our channel. And when you click on the subscribe, make sure you click the bell so you get all the notifications every time we put up a video or a post, whether Steve's doing a Rolls Royce cam video, Sports Betting 101, or whether we're filming, one of us out at the club with Aoki or at a baseball game. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, too. We appreciate it. Put a comment in because we like to read the comments, too.
Yes, we do. And we want to welcome all the new listeners from around the world on the VIP Sports Podcast, on Podcast One. Podcast One has done so much for our company. It's elevated us.
Hell of a company.
It's allowed us to, increase our volume 2-3 times by all the phone calls that we get.
I thought it was going to take us to the next level. It took us like 6 levels.
Beyond levels, yeah. I figured we'd double our calls. I didn't think we would end up getting an extra
15
call.
phone lines.
You know what I mean? So,
extra 15 lines we had to put in.
So for when you get to this level of VIP sports, you don't have to call people and fake text them. People actually call you, and we're blessed. You know what I'm saying?
God bless America.
Hey, if you think Skip is outbound dialing, guys, you're out your motherfucking
You're out of
mind.
your goddamn
This
mind.
company's completely built off inbound now, which I'm blessed for every fucking day.
I haven't made an outbound phone call in 4 years.
Anyway, the VIP Sports Podcast on Podcast One brings you into my life, a guy that bets big and lives larger. This is a billion/trillion-dollar industry. You want to check out new episodes every Thursday on the Podcast One app, Apple Podcasts, or podcastone.com. If you're just listening to us on Podcast One, all you millions of people, and you're not watching us, because obviously the millions of people that are listening to us on Podcast One, they're not watching us on YouTube. Because we're averaging 5,000-6,000 views.
Right.
We should be up to 15,000, 25,000.
Yeah, if you're on Podcast One listening to us, it's all audio. You can't see the beautiful Steve Stevens.
Check us out at VIP Sports Podcast YouTube.
He spends a lot of time making himself look good. You at least want to come over to YouTube so you can see him.
If I was trying to make myself look good, I would have went down there and spent that $5,000 and get these little cul-de-sacs filled in that I got going over here at my older motherfucking age. I'm not into
Cul-de-sac.
You could do a full U-turn in these motherfuckers. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting older, dude. Like I said, but you know what?
Comes with age, bro.
What, as a master closer, it also comes with confidence.
Yeah.
So I could actually, be all the way
It's
fucking
class,
bald.
man.
I'll still walk in a room and light it up like a fucking, there's no tomorrow.
It's dignity. It's expertise.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, VIP Sports LV. You can direct message us with any questions that we have. We love all your comments. We actually read them. And Skip takes each one into consideration and appreciates everything. Don't forget to give up the thumbs up. What's the stat of the week, Skip?
The Yankees are hitting the ball. Actually, they're not. They had 15 straight unders or 12?
They were losing 5-0 last night, came back like superstar beasts, and covered the run line.
First over in 15 games?
Yeah.
The Yankees batters, per StatCast, have 5 hits with exit velocities of at least 110 miles an hour on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. In one game, they had 5 guys hit the ball over 110 miles an hour. Now, I don't know what this has to do with fucking anything at all. However, that's one of those big stats that they're looking at now. How fast is the ball coming off the bat? They're like possessed with it. When you watch a game and you listen to the announcers, they're talking about it the entire fucking game. Launch angle, exit velocity.
It's proven that these guys are getting faster and stronger. Baseball, every sport, people are getting bigger and better.
Of course. They're also striking out more than ever, too.
Correct. In baseball, for sure.
A lot of low scores this year. Gary Sanchez hit a single in the second inning, came out 113.8 miles an hour. Stanton, he got a single in the fourth inning, 119.4 miles an hour off his bat. I mean, that's sick. That might have set the record for the year. Judge hit a single in the seventh inning, 115.8 miles per hour. And then Sanchez hit a homer in the eighth, 111.2. And then Stanton hit another homer, which was the walk-off homer, at 117.9 miles an hour. I mean, that's fucking insane.
Well, and then I hit her asshole at 120 miles an hour and fucking pounded that motherfucker. I wonder how hard the velocity was on that last pump before boom! Hey, you know that last pump that you get in right before you nut? You turn into a little rabbit?
Yeah.
That last bow!
Yeah. You always give it the first 5 or 6 fucking really hard.
Hey, Stanton, you ain't fucking with this. You're coming off the bat 115. I came off 130, motherfucker, on that last.
And Steve Stevens wins the award for exit velocity off his bat at 130.2 miles an hour last night off of the asshole.
Shout out to my girl, Kelly Tuttle. I love you, babe.
Oh, my Lord.
Anyway, why don't we do a little... You want to get in? Let's get it. So anyway, I guess it's coming off faster than ever, huh?
It's coming fast.
Oh, fuck.
That's what she said.
Anyway, we got some off-the-field news, which I don't really want to talk about, but I bet the movie's going to be probably something special, so we're going to have to talk about it a little bit. The off-the-field news is brought to you by our boys over there at betonline.ag. BetOnline.ag is one of the web's most popular betting destinations. Sign up for an account using the promotional code ALLDAY and get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. With its money management team together since 1991, BetOnline.ag offers wagering on nearly every sport and event possible. Once you're in action, you'll see firsthand why BetOnline.ag has an A+ rating, including the earliest opening odds in the industry, the best live betting software in the business, and most importantly, fast payouts. BetOnline.ag, because you can.
That's what she got, a fast payout.
Anyway, this story, obviously, Creed 2 is about to hit the theater. The first Creed 2 trailer is out. At the end of the clip, fans see a familiar name in the movie. Drago.
Hey, Drago.
Drago!
Hey, Drago.
Hey, that's my generation, though. Listen, my friends and
You're gonna tell me about fucking Rocky, dude? I'm from Philly.
I'm telling you, it's my generation.
Oh, okay.
I remember being in elementary school. These are true stories. Shout out to my boy Lance Gaddis, Jesse Burton, all my homies. We would watch Rocky, and at the end of the movie, we would literally fist fight each other dead fucking serious, nonstop. We would be pumped the fuck up after Rocky, dude. That motherfucker had us thinking.
Who was Rocky? You?
No one was Rocky. Just at the end of the movie when the music would come on, I don't know, man. We would just start scrapping, yeah. Boom. I mean, full out scraps, man. Our neighborhood was a little bit crazy, but yeah, I loved it. But Rocky, like you said, you're a Philly boy. I mean, is Rocky from Philly?
Rockies in Philly, yeah.
I'm talking about Sylvester Stallone. Is that where he's from?
Yo, Adrian.
Hey, forget
I
about
don't think so. I don't know.
I didn't,
I know the movies are from there. Rocky.
Well, anyway, listen. The trailer's out, and like I said, Drago is in the new one. Let me just go over this. Rocky IV villain Ivan Drago is back, training his son to fight against Creed.
Right.
Now, everybody knows Drago, played by Dolphin, Lundgren. He killed Creed's father in, what Rocky was that, 4 or 3 or something like shit?
That was 30 fucking years ago, dude.
30 years ago. Yeah, it sure is.
It was in Rocky IV, I think.
Yeah. So the 4th installment of the Rocky franchise is here. Rocky later trained in Russia and defeated Drago on his own after Drago had killed Apollo on his own turf out there in, where was it, Russia or some shit?
I guess.
Also featured the same music Matt Barnes was listening to when he went to confront Derek Fisher. Oh, my God.
Creed 2 hits theaters
Rocky
November
trained in Russia and defeated Drago on his own turf in an amazing fashion. It also featured the same music when Rocky was training against Matt Barnes was listening to when he went to confront Derek Fisher.
Well, Matt Barnes turned into a pussy.
I was just going to say, Matt, I love you to death, dude. If you got to put on the fucking Rocky fucking soundtrack to feel pumped up to go fucking mop Derek Fisher, shame on you, dude. Anyway, Creed 2 hits theaters on November 22nd. Sorry for fucking giving probably the worst review of the movie, because I just...
Listen, we're not Siskel and Ebert.
No, we're not. But when you got me reading every fucking script, can you come in a little bit?
I didn't tell you to read it. I told you to cut that the fuck out.
Jesus. Listen, Creed 2 is coming in theaters real soon, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
November 21st.
Yeah, so let's get into some Major League Baseball. After all, that's what it's all about, okay? I don't give a fuck if it's 30, 40, 50. They can eat my nuts, all right? I'll let you know when we're ready. Major League Baseball, who's that sponsored by Skip?
Major League Baseball is brought to you by Paperhead.com. Do you want to make a killing off the 2018 World Cup? It's a fact that sports fans spend nearly $500 billion every year betting on soccer. And it's now time for you to get a piece of your pie. Paperhead.com offers the best player management software in the business and the right tools to start building a successful online business. And today, they are practically giving away their service to all fans of the VIP Sports podcast. If you call the phone number, which is appearing on your screen, 888-978-0288, you'll get half price, 50% off the Prime package. And if you're going to do it, the Prime package is the only way to go. With exclusive encrypted agent-to-agent messaging, Steve, premium live wagering on more than 900 events, and an unparalleled agent interface. Paperhead.com has the experience and knowledge that you need to get started in this business. So stop wasting time. Start making some real money today. Give them a call, 888-978-0288. Tell them that Steve Stevens or the Big Skipper sent you over there. Fair enough?
I'm just going to go ahead and toot our horn a little bit. On Friday, our last podcast, okay, we said for the last 2 podcasts, Colorado to the over.
Take the Rocky games over. They've been going over, trending over.
Guess what? Rockies are 17-2 to the over in their last 20 games with a push. 17-2 with a push. What else do you want from... Now, hold on. I'm not even done yet. We don't give out valuable information. So, on Friday, we told you to take Colorado every game. Since Friday...
Take the over every game.
The over in Colorado in every game. Since Friday, they're 5-1 to the over. Last time I checked, that's 4 units. So if you listen to our show and you did what I told you to do and you're $1,000 better, you made $4,000 in 5 days, which I know is more than you make at your fucking job.
I mean, I'm speechless. If you listened to the podcast last Friday, when we told you that the Colorado Rockies are trending over, their pitching is not that good, and they got a great offensive lineman. I think I even remember telling people they hit the ball. They got a great offense. Their lineup is superb. I think they got the best lineup in the National League West.
like I said, I wish we had a super producer because we would actually put out clips
Right.
of the things that we say the next day.
Of course.
It would just do nothing but make us a lot more money
Sure
when
it
people
would.
actually seen what we do.
Absolutely.
Because I don't have time to sit in front of a computer all day and do that
No.
shit, man. I got other things
We got
to do.
people that are supposed to
But
be
hold on,
doing that.
Skip. We only gave out 4 pieces. Hold on. Guess what else we said, Skip?
We said a lot of
No,
good
I'm going
shit.
to tell you what you said. The Cubs are looking for a revenge against St. Louis.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm not done. I said the Cubs have been very good on the road.
Mm-hmm.
The big skipper said, guess what? The Cubs will take 2 or 3 of the Cardinals. Well, guess what the fucking result was, guys? 2 or 3 they took from the Cardinals. Exactly what the fuck we were going to say. Exactly what we said.
And the only game they lost was the last game. They won the first 2 games. I knew they were heading into St. Louis looking for revenge because they had just been there 4 weeks prior and got swept. There's no way they weren't going in there to kick some fucking ass and to get some revenge. I sat here and fucking told you that.
And said you're going to take 2 out of 3. I mean, we told you exactly what was going to happen. I just told you to take Colorado every game since Friday. That's 4 units right there. I mean, guys, we're giving you plenty of ways to make money for you young guys to build a bankroll and then call us. Because don't think you're getting everything we got. But even if you took our advice on teams streaking over-under and bet them the last weekend, last Saturday, Mets went under. Boston went under. Astros went under. What the fuck, Skip? Sunday, Mets went under again. Astro went over again. White Sox went under. And the Rockies went over.
If you listen to our streak, last Friday when you were listening to the podcast, if you took your notes and you listened to the streaks that we went over with you and told you what was hot and which teams were streaking to the over, which teams were streaking to the under.
Every fucking thing we told them fucking won.
If you followed that, you fucking went 80% this past week and probably made $10,000, $20,000.
Yeah, picked up 10, 12 units minimum.
And if you didn't, shame on you.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if you didn't call us for the Father's Day promotion, shame on you again. Because those guys are fucking cleaning up right now.
Not to mention,
Cleaning up.
what do we say of our over streaks? Rockies, guess what? 17-2 last 20 games to the over. We said the Angels, look out for the over. 7-0 to the over. Oakland, we said watch out. They suck, but they're scoring a lot of runs. Guess what? 7-1 in their last 8 games to the over.
Right.
What did we say about the unders? Yankees, until last night, comeback win against the fucking Mariners. Yankees behind great pitching, played to the under 13 straight fucking
That's
games.
amazing. The Yankees have gone under 13 straight games. With that, until last night, with that comeback, was the first time it went over in 14 games. 13 straight unders by the New York Yankees. Now, you would never think that, playing at Yankee Stadium, which is a wiffle ball park, and with that beast of a lineup that the Yankees have and the run production that they're capable of, that just tells you how amazing their starting pitching has been. Their pitching is fucking lights out.
4 weeks ago, Skip said Padres are the worst team in the world. I told him don't even talk to me about the Padres, but his exact quote was 4 weeks ago, bet them to the under. Look out for them in certain marquee matchups. Well, let's just say this. In the last 10 games, 8-2 to the under Padres.
Correct.
White Sox went over last night, but failed to score 1 fucking run. Gave up 13 to Cleveland. White Sox just 4 overs in their last 19 or 13?
19.
19 fucking games.
White Sox are 15-4 to the under.
Skip, let's talk about a little Major League Baseball fucking series this weekend. Weekend series, I know you're pumped up. Anything out there that's looking special for you or what?
I got everything ready. Let's take, if you don't mind, I got to take a leak. Can we take a quick break?
Absolutely.
And then come back and we'll go over the weekend series?
When we come back, we'll go over Major League Weekend Series. We'll tell you what to be looking for, how to make some fucking money, and how to go about doing it. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Right after the break. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper. They call him the chiropractor because he'll straighten you out for goddamn sure.
I straighten all kinds of shit out.
Anyway, we went over a couple different things in the first half. Told you guys about certain stats, certain streaks that are hitting, and certain gems that we constantly give people. What we're going to get into now is some Major League Baseball weekend series. So you might want to grab a pen and a piece of paper and listen up because we're going to show you the ins and outs, what series to look out for, and how you can bottom line make fucking money. Because at the end of the day, you guys listen to this podcast to make money. It's the only reason why we do this. So, Skip.
Before we get into the Major League Baseball weekend series, while you're grabbing your pen and your piece of paper so you can take some notes that are going to be extremely profitable, do yourself a favor. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to do something absolutely crazy again this weekend, okay? You call this Friday, 877-220-6540. Call the office this Friday between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific time. You got a 7-hour window. I'm going to give you 5 days of Steve's Major League Baseball VIP service. 5 days of Major League Baseball VIP service for $55. It's the Cinco de Mayo promotion that I ran back in May. I had such an overwhelming response, if you recall, for that Cinco de Mayo promotion. I'm going to go ahead and run it again. 5 days of baseball, 5 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 days to build your bankroll, $55, 877-220-6540. Let's make some money together. Let's get that bankroll build up before the 4th of July, before the All-Star break, so you can take a nice trip for the 4th of July with your family.
Absolutely. Like I said, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. If you guys want to make money, you want to go over and beyond what you ever thought was possible, give us a call. I'll do my fucking job. Like I said, I'll hit the home run. All you got to do is run the fucking bases. We talk a lot of shit. We have a little fun. We gamble. We bring you into our personal lives, but don't fucking mix it up. We make more money betting sports than anybody out there. I'm the best sports consultant money can fucking buy, period. I put my money where my mouth is. I'm third generation, born and raised in Las Vegas, and bet 5 and 6 figures on games, and made millions of dollars doing this, have the biggest sports consulting firm in the United States and the entire world, and we do more business than any service out there.
It's like you said, don't get this mixed up. It's all about winning games. That's what we're here for. We're here to make you money betting sports. And for $55, 55 grocery dollars, you're going to get 5 days of baseball winners, 877-220-6540. Call right now.
Yes, sir. Anyway, let's get into some Major League Baseball matchups. Obviously, by your uniform that you have on today, I'm sure Phillies and Nationals is probably one of your weekend matchups if I had to guess myself, my friend.
When I talk about the weekend series, and I isolate a few matches every week on this podcast, Steve.
Yep.
I'm looking for 2 or 3 or maybe 4 series that actually mean something, that are big series. And the Phillies at the Nationals, that's a series that means something. The Nationals 39-33, the Phillies 39-33. Both teams, Steve, are heading into this series 3.5 games behind the Atlanta Braves in the National League East. Okay? The Phillies are going to miss Scherzer in this series, which all Phillies fans are happy about. We're not going to have to face him because he pitched last night. So that's a bonus for the Phillies. Let me break the series down for you. The last 5 games, Philly is 4-1 their last 5 plays. The Nationals, on the other hand, 2-7 in their last 9 games, and they've lost 4 out of their last 5, Steve. So you got the Phillies that are coming in hot, 4-1 their last 5, against the Nationals, who have lost 4 out of their last 5, and lost 7 out of their last 9. Nationals, sometimes they get hot, they go on runs, and right now, they're cold. Lost 7 out of their last 9 games. Let's talk about the totals in this series, Steve. The Phillies, 9-3 to the over their last 12 games.
So
9-3 to the over.
Ladies and gentlemen, write that fucking down because that's going to be a stat. Like I said, these streaks at this time of the year are paying fucking tremendously. You're not getting any good value betting a team minus $1.50, 60, 70. And Skip, we've told these people over and over, when you bet the total, you get even fucking money.
Maybe at the most you have to lay is 120, $1.25 at the most.
Tell them again what that is to the total.
The Phillies are 9-3 to the over their last 12 games. But be careful, the Nationals are an under-trending team.
Yes, they are.
So something's going to have to give here.
17-8 to be exact, to the under in the Washington bullpen
Which is
organization.
68% of the Nationals games have been going under. That's a huge number.
So
their last 25 games, 17-8 to the under, the Nationals. They're not scoring any runs.
So when you have a team like that matching up with a team like this, what do you suggest that you do? You got one team that's completely heavily favored to the over.
I suggest you stay off the game or you give me a fucking call so I can pick the right spot for you.
Correct.
Because if you guess, listen, to guess, it's very cheap, okay? If you guess wrong, it's very expensive.
Well, good things aren't cheap and cheap things aren't good. Real fucking simple.
And for $55, I'll work with you personally for the first 5 days to help you build your bankroll, show you a track record of consistency, get you comfortable, get to know one another so we can become business partners and maybe friends down the road. If you like making money and you want to beat your bookie and you can't afford $55 to beat your bookie to get the best information on the planet, then you should just stop fucking gambling right now.
And you're going to deal with Skip personally, right, Skip?
If you call me Friday between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific time.
I love to hear that. So pretty much overall, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a secret. Washington's offense is asleep right now. They're fucking struggling big time. Are they going to wake up? What do you think's going on with them right now?
Well, the good news is for the Phillies, Strasburg and Hellickson are both on the DL, which is absolutely killing the Nationals. I just said they lost 7 out of their last 9, 4 out of their last 5, 17-8 to the under. They're not scoring any runs. As you just said, the offense is absolutely asleep. Okay, I think I don't know what happened to their offense. To their credit, they're banged up a little bit. They're missing some key players. One thing that is surprising, they're playing under 500 ball at home as well, Steve. 17-18 at Nationals Park. So they're not even a 500 team at home yet. I projected them to win the World Series this year.
Yes, you did. But you know what? I wouldn't give up on them yet.
No, I haven't. They'll be there at the end.
Yeah, their team can easily be fixed, and they'll be there at the end for sure.
They got to get healthy.
But here's the deal, and this is why we're talking about this series. They're asleep. They're hurting. They're not healthy. But on the other side of the token, Phillies has the second worst fucking defense in Major League fucking baseball.
I'm glad you brought that up.
So even a team that's sleeping, guy wakes up, scratches nuts, hits a one-run ding-dong, can beat Philly. So
Philly, their defense is horrendous. They've been playing the second most errors in all of baseball.
Teams are evenly matched, 39 and 33. Guys, this is not a game you just fucking guess and throw on each side because you'll get stung one way or another. This is not a good money value game to bet aside. However, you might have a total that knocks your fucking socks off.
There may be a play on one of those totals.
Inquiring minds want to know. You know what I mean?
With the right umpire matchup and the right pitcher, you get a pitcher-umpire rotation here on a right weather condition this weekend, and there could be a play on a total in one of those games.
See, hopefully these listeners were remembering when we were giving them information about pitcher-umpire matchup and rotation.
They don't listen.
Umpire rotation.
They got selective hearing. They hear what they want to hear.
Well, like I said, hopefully they remember because, like I said, we got something coming. So overall on that matchup, what are you looking for?
Well, listen.
Who's going to win the game, Skip?
Listen, I'm a Phillies fan. The Phillies are coming in a little hotter than the Nationals.
All right.
The Nationals are banged up. The fact that the Phillies aren't going to have to face Strasburg or Hellickson, which are on the DL, and they're not going to have to face Scherzer because he just pitched last night. I'm looking for the Phillies to take 2 out of 3 in this series, and I'm looking for a couple of unders, believe it or not. Even though the Phillies have gone 9-3 to the over last 12, I'm going to fade. I'm going to trend towards the unders in this series, and I'm looking for Phillies to win 2 out of 3 because they're playing better ball right now. But there might be a strong play or two on an under in 1 or 2 of these games this weekend. It's a pitcher's ballpark there in Washington, and Washington just is not hitting the ball.
No,
so like I said, we get the right umpire rotation, the right weather condition, the right pitcher on the mound. We may look towards 1 or 2 unders in that series.
Beautiful. Let's move on. Another weekend series that I personally want to talk about, St. Louis, Milwaukee Brewers. Two teams that are right there scoring. Two teams that are trying to get their shit together, but at the same time, two teams that are fucking losing. These teams are untrustworthy. St. Louis more untrustworthy than Milwaukee, but it's definitely a series that I want to go over for sure. So St. Louis, 38 and 34. Brewers 43 and 30. Milwaukee definitely playing better baseball. Talk to me about this series. What's up with St. Louis?
Well, it's a 4-game series. It starts tonight, Steve, Thursday through Sunday. St. Louis Cardinals are 4.5 games out in the National League Central, and the Brewers are tied with the Cubs for first. So you got the Brewers and the Cubs at 43 and 30, tied for first place in the division. St. Louis 4.5 back. The Cardinals 2 and 6 their last 8 games, Steve. Not playing very good ball. Cardinals are suspect. Their offense is suspect. They've gone over 5 of their last 6 games, however, even with that suspect offense, because their pitching has been slacking. And Martinez, since coming back from the DL, has been shaky. 2 and 6 their last 8 games straight up. On the road, St. Louis is playing 1 game over 500. They're 17 and 16 on the road, which is respectable, but not good enough if you want to make the postseason. The Brewers, on the other hand, 21 and 14 at home. Pretty solid home record, Steve. Their last 9 games, the Brewers have only won 4. Okay? So both teams are coming in cold. The Brewers, here's something you might want to look at. 10 and 5 to the under their last 15 games, Mr. Stevens. 10 and 5 to the under the Milwaukee Brewers their last 15 games.
66% all day long. You can make money off those type of numbers, Skip.
Tell you another thing about the Brewers. Their last 7 losses have only been by a combined 13 runs.
You're reading my mind. I was just going to say, when they lose on some bullshit, and they barely fucking lose. And to be exact, 1 point.
Absolutely.
So 1.7 runs to be exact. When this team loses, guys, they're barely losing. Like I said, their last 7 losses have been a run and a half.
I like Ben and Milwaukee for that reason. They're going to give you an effort every day. They're not a team that'll just lay down when they're losing.
Right.
They're a good comeback team if they fall behind. And out of their last 7 losses, they only lose by an average of less than 2 runs, 1.6, 1.7. I mean, 7 losses by a combined 13 runs.
Well, let me give you an example.
They're in every game.
Let me give you an example. Let's move back to St. Louis. Their last 8 losses, 29 runs.
Correct. When the Cardinals lose, they lose big.
Anyway, this series, Skip, I would have to, if I'm going to give a guy a little gift, call me Santa Claus. Take Milwaukee in this fucking first game to go ahead and get your money, see what you can do on this. What do you think, Skip?
I would have to say Milwaukee is looking real good in this series. Wouldn't be surprised if they sweep or take 3 out of 4 in this series, actually.
Well, not to mention, so anything else you want to talk about this matchup? Ladies and gentlemen.
The Cardinals, when they win, they barely win. Their last 6 wins have only been by a combined 15 runs.
And when they lose, they get pounded.
When they lose, they get fucking pounded, and when they win, they barely win. On the flip side, the Brewers are 21 and 14 at home, and when they lose, it's by 1.6 runs.
Right.
They don't lose big, that's for sure.
Right.
So if you're looking to play the Brewers, you can probably feel safe on the run line as well, because when the Cardinals lose, they fucking lose big.
Yes, they do. And I want to talk about, so that's pretty much what it is. Like I said, guys, we don't have a big money play on that particular game, but gift from me to you, take the Brewers. The next weekend matchup that I want to talk about with you as well, which we talked about off air, Seattle-Boston. As you know, Seattle got them last night. They're getting ready to play here in about 15 minutes. I mean, they got a morning game this morning. I think Boston should be able to fucking tear them up today. What do you think? I mean, by the time this show comes out, game will already be played. But
this is a rematch. This series is a rematch of last week. If you recall, last week on the podcast, we featured these 2 teams, but they were playing in Seattle.
Correct.
Okay, it was Seattle at Boston. Doing a podcast. Call me later.
Anyway, listen, very unprofessional. Seattle was playing Boston.
You were playing your goddamn phone when I was running the promo.
Man, I look at a text. You're doing the promo. They're not sweating me. You went right in mid-conversation.
That fucking guy won't stop calling me.
Dope dealer. Is that the dope dealer or is that a client?
That's a client.
Well, hey, he obviously wants something bad, that he...
They're calling Skip for a reason, because I fucking win games.
And that's a fact.
Period.
So anyway, it's the same matchup we discussed. However, roles are reversed. Now we're in Boston, okay?
Right.
Let's just break down Seattle. They're 46 and 28. Seattle's playing very, very good ball right now.
Yes, they are.
Like I said, they beat Boston yesterday, I think 4-1, something like that.
Seattle's playing well.
Seattle's 13 and 6 in their last 19 in games. So, I mean, they're winning. I mean, they're winning more than they're losing for sure.
They've lost a couple in a row. They actually lost that game last night. They lost 3 games in a row.
Seattle won last night.
Overall, they're 13-6 their last 19 games, which is really good. 46-28, like you said. They're only 3 games behind Houston in the American League West, and they're 21-14 on the road.
Yeah,
which is strong. Okay,
10-4 to the over.
10-4 to the
10-4 to the over. However, besides last night, was a 4-1, so that was an under. But
10-4 to the over. The Seattle Mariners last 14 games.
I don't think they'll be able to shut Boston down this morning to 1 run. I think Boston's going to wake up and score some runs today. What do you think?
21-14 on the road.
Yeah.
All right. Now listen, this is a very interesting series.
Write this down, guys.
Okay? Last week, as we said, we featured the same 2 teams when they were in Seattle. Now they're flipping stadiums. Now Seattle's coming all the way across to the East Coast to play at Fenway. The Boston Red Sox are just 2 games behind the Yankees in the American League East. 49-26 record. Boston 1-4 their last 5 games. Boston lost 4 out of their last 5 games. Those were all road games. They started that last road trip out, winning 4 straight, and then the last 5, they dropped 4 out of 5. So nobody's happier to get back to Fenway than the Boston Red Sox. Now, we just told you that Seattle was 10-4 to the over their last 14 games. Be very careful. The Red Sox, just the opposite, 11-4 to the under the last 15 games. So the Red Sox have been trending heavy unders, and Seattle's been trending heavy overs. So be careful. Something's going to have to give there. Boston Red Sox, 23-11 at home. One of the best, if not the best, home record in all of baseball.
Agreed.
Seattle, very good on the road, 21-14. Boston, really good, top 2 or 3 team at home.
Yankees still have best record in baseball still.
So you got 2 teams here that are very evenly matched. A team that travels well in Seattle, a team that plays great at home. You got Seattle, which trends to the over. Boston, however, trends to the under. Seattle's been a little hotter, except they've lost their last 3 games, 13-6 overall. Boston lost 4 out of their last 5 in that road trip. This is going to be a good series, and it's a big game every night for both teams.
Absolutely. It's something that I want to watch on TV. If I'm going to watch anything, it's going to be this series, I said.
That should be a great series.
So we'll go from there. Anyway, grab a pen and a piece of paper. Guys, we're going to give you one more time, just to reiterate what we said over and over and over. Let's talk about some trends, okay? First of all, we're going to talk about teams that are trending to the over. Now, we told you this entire year, it's been about Major League Baseball trending to the under. There's been a lot more unders than there have been overs. But just to let you know right now, the best teams that are trending to the over.
The top 3 teams to bet the over.
San Francisco Giants.
Number 1 team to the over.
Cleveland Indians.
Number 2 team to the over. And you would never think that because they got an incredible pitching staff.
Well, they just pounded someone by 15 last night.
Yeah, 13-0, easy money over.
Yeah. Seattle Mariners are the top 3 teams. San Francisco, Cleveland, and Seattle, teams trending to the over without any shadow of a doubt. Get your fucking money.
Top 3 over teams.
Let's talk about the top 3 under teams, Skip.
Let's do it.
Number 1 team trending to the under, Milwaukee Brewers, 61%.
The Brewers have more unders than any other team in baseball right now.
That is a fact.
I think I just told you that when I was going over to a weekend series, right?
You're right.
10-5 to the under their last 15. And they have more unders this year than any of the 30 teams. Brewers, number 1 team to the under.
Yeah, well, number 2 is not a surprising because they fucking suck. Kansas City Royals, right behind them at 60% to the under.
Yeah, Kansas City.
They just can't,
Number 2 team to the under. They play at Kauffman Stadium over there. That's a pitcher's ballpark. Kansas City, a lot of unders.
What about Chicago over there in Wrigley?
Surprisingly, the Cubs are number 3 out of 30 teams to the under. 59% of the Cubs games have been unders.
Correct.
Which is surprising. Again, they got one hell of a lineup, and they play in a hitter's ballpark at Wrigley. I mean, you got the Yankees that have 13 out of 14 unders. 13 out of their last 14 games have been unders, and they got a hell of a fucking lineup, and they play in a wiffle ballpark over there at Yankee Stadium. And the Cubs, one hell of an offensive lineup, and they play at Wrigley Field, which is another hitter's ballpark. However, both of those teams are huge under teams. Yeah. The Cubs and the Yankees. Cubs, number 3 to the under.
So the top 3 under teams trending right now, Milwaukee, Kansas City, and the Chicago Cubs.
Correct.
Now, we've always talked about run line. I know a lot of guys out there don't know what the run line is. Run line is minus a run and a half or plus a run and a half. Gives you better odds depending on what you're trying to do. These are the best teams trending on the run line. These are the best teams to bet on the run line. Skip, who's number one?
The Minnesota Twins.
Which no one would ever fucking think.
Never shocked. 60% of their games, they covered a run line.
If you guys are telling me that you got Minnesota Twins run line on your ticket in the last fucking 30 days, you're fucking lying.
You're full of shit.
Straight the fuck up. Now, a team that's no surprise, and people that are getting paid, especially if they're watching this podcast, New York Yankees run line number 2. They're second most run line covering team in Major League Baseball.
That's correct. Number 3 would be the Milwaukee Brewers, third best team to bet the money line.
That is correct.
So your top 3 teams to bet the run lines, the Twins, at 60% of their games, they covered a run line. That's an amazing stat.
Yes, it is.
The Yankees right behind them at 59%, and the Brewers right at 59, 58%. Now, we just told you that the Brewers were the number 1 under team in all of baseball, and now we're telling you they're the number 3 team when it comes to covering the run lines. You know what that tells me? They got excellent pitching.
Correct.
And they put up enough runs to win the game.
Correct.
5-1, 5-2, 4-1,
3-1.
3-0.
Correct.
They win, they don't give up runs, and they not only do they win, they cover the spread. And in this business, my friend, you don't need to stay ahead. You need to cover the spread.
And if you cover the spread, you can get some fucking head.
Correct.
So, but you know, me and Skip have told you before, another one, Tampa Bay.
Number 4 team, Tampa Bay.
Unbelievable. And then number 5, Houston.
Correct. So the top 5 teams to bet the run line, Steve, Minnesota, tops.
Yankees number 2.
Brewers,
Yep.
Tampa Bay, and Houston. Good teams to bet the run lines.
Any team you're surprised is not on that list? I'm surprised Boston's not on that run line list.
I am too.
Huh? I really
am.
am. That's fucking amazing.
They're not in the top 5.
Now, guys, these are the worst run line teams in the fucking business. These are teams that you do not take on the run line. Worst run line teams in the business.
And what this tells you is that not only does their offense blow, but their pitching blows because they don't score enough runs to cover the fucking run line.
No, they don't.
You know, when they do win games, they don't cover the run line. Okay? So when they win, they're winning by a fucking cunt hair.
Baltimore, number 1 team.
Worst team against the run line, Baltimore Orioles.
Kansas City, number 2.
Worst team in baseball for that matter.
No doubt about it. Kansas City, number 2.
Correct.
St. Louis, surprisingly, 3. Pittsburgh, 4. You guys are going to love number 5. L.A. Dodgers.
Surprising the Dodgers. Not really when you think back that losing streak they went through.
Yeah.
And they had a horrible
Because those stats are still added in there. You know?
Absolutely. They had a horrible 6 fucking weeks, right?
But when they're on point, they pound
weren't-
people.
They weren't scoring any runs. So, I mean, that destroyed their run line statistics.
Correct. Well, it's still very surprising that we got the Dodgers as the worst run line team. Like you said, because of that streak they went on in the beginning. However, they are a team that can pound someone. So
if
just
you're
facts that you need to know. Bottom fucking line.
You really need to notice if you're betting baseball.
If you work too hard for your money to just go throw darts or fuck off your money. Guys,
Yeah.
if you're going to bet, don't you want to fucking win? Don't you want to break the fucking bookie? Don't you want to make more money than you can, a second income? Fuck.
If you're going to bet Baltimore, if you're stupid enough to bet the worst team in baseball, definitely don't bet them on the run line. Same goes for Kansas City. If you're going to bet the Royals, if you're that fucking stupid to bet the Royals, definitely don't bet them on the run line.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen. There's a lot of different things going on out here in VIP. Like I said, we just told you who's trending to the fucking over. We told you who's trending to the under. We told you the run line team to take. We told you who not to take on the run line, who can't win worth the fucking shit. But more importantly, the whole idea of this, guys, is to make you better sports bettors and to make you fucking money. Remember, there's more money to be made in sports betting than any investment in the fucking world. There ain't no, you work all year in the stock market to make 10, 20%. We're making 300% and 400% a week on your fucking money. Astronomical numbers that will blow your fucking mind. So do me a favor. If you've never called before, or if you have called in the past, call this fucking weekend. Call me tomorrow. Call Skip and deal with him personally, and I will see to it that you get what you got coming and you make more money than you've ever fucking imagined. For all those people out there that support us, I want you to understand you don't go unnoticed. Want to give a couple of shout outs we haven't done in a long, long fucking time. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin.
Lonnie in the house.
Shout out to our boy William Romero. William R. in the fucking house. Longtime fan since Money fucking Talks.
Yeah.
Chris Thomas, Paul Chirac, Glenn Gillian, the Roulette Master, RTT, what is that, 4242?
Hell yeah.
Dennis Holm. Who's our main homeboy next, Skip?
Big AZ Handicapper, what up?
What up, homeboy? Charles Arthur Goddess, Coke Man.
Coke Man.
Shout out to the Coke Man out there. RC.
That's my client, RC. What's up, RC? Gabby in the house.
Another client, Rude Jude in the motherfucking house.
What up, Rude?
I want to give a shout out to my boy that keeps hearing things out there. Greg Snarvely in the motherfucking house.
There ain't no R in there. Greg Snavely.
Oh, Snavely, yeah. That's I was thinking of Roger Farley, the next
I don't want
one,
him to get mad. He's a cool
Hey,
dude.
now, goddamn right he is. Give him the right
Ain't
shout out.
no snarly.
No, Roger Farley, MFC Tom 961, Steve the Bull, MN, David Holes, Cat Burglar,
Meow.
Steve Aoki, Floyd Mayweather, Garth Brooks, Robert Downey Jr.,
Nice.
David Holes, like I said, Cat Burger, Adam Brown, Jimmy Lab, Dino in the fucking casino, which, by the way, Dino took a casino for $240,000 fucking dollars.
Shout out to the Grinder getting married out there in 3 weeks.
Happy fucking marriage out there, Grinder. I mean, fuck, the least she can do is marry you if she ain't gonna let you gamble no fucking more. That's but you know what, Grinder? Me and you both know you are. You are. You're doing it on the low, though, and stop betting on your own, man. We made too much money together. You know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to Dino in the casino, Gene Mayorga, Brennan Fleming, Mark D, Jesse Clay. Just a couple to give you shout outs to say that we fucking love you guys. It's summertime. It's hot as fucking hell. And our job is to stay indoors and make you more money than you've ever fucking imagined. Remember, calling us does nothing but give you a second income. That doesn't mean we want you to watch the games and turn into a fucking degenerate and stress out about it and this, that, and the other. Sports betting, if you do it right, you treat it like a fucking business. It's a numbers game. As long as you're winning more games than you lose, that's all that fucking matters. You don't bring your heart and your family and get depressed and bring that into your life. That's not what this is all about at all. You treat it like a fucking business, and as long as you win more than you lose, that's all that fucking matters. Because understand this, losing is part of the fucking business, period. Anyone that tells you they don't lose, make sure you look them in the eye when they say that. That way you know what they look like when they're fucking lying to you. Bottom line is you want to hit 72%. You want to achieve the impossible. You want us to show you money management and discipline, which is one game a day, not every day. That's the formula for success in this business. So many people fuck their way off, fuck their bankroll up due to money management. Bet a certain amount on this game, a certain amount on another game. You can't do it that way. Call the fucking number. Skip gave you a $55 ad, dude.
Are you kidding me?
If you don't have $55, you shouldn't be just...
$55, Steve?
So the bottom fucking line is you have an opportunity to deal with us for the summer. The only thing hotter than this 115 weather out here is my games. And at the end of the day, you deserve a fucking chance to go over and beyond anything you've had. You know, whether you have had bad luck, remember this, karma, what comes around goes around, is real. So for all the bad luck and the bad things that have happened to you, don't you think something special should come your way? You know you fucking do, and I'm going to help you fucking get it. Keep yourself surrounded by positive people. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. That's fucking the way you become a master fucking closer. Stay focused, stay aggressive, listen, and box and close. Remember, you got winners in this world and you got losers. I'm an absolute blowout winner. Which one are you? Behalf of VIP Sports, myself, our family, the Big Skipper, we love you. See you soon.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winning call.